Hey folks, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about starting your putts online. There's a lot of different things that we can talk about when it comes to putting, and in previous videos I've already covered how to set up to our putts and talking about ball position, posture, different things like that. And I've also talked about speed control, and I believe that speed control is the most important thing when it comes to putting. Our ability to control our speed has a lot to do with our ability to have as few putts as possible. I believe one of the next things, which is probably the second most important, is our ability to start our ball online. A lot of players will ask questions about how to read greens, and sometimes they feel they're not very good at reading greens. But I believe what's more important to know first is, can you even start your ball online? So that's what we're going to cover today. Let's get you starting your putts online. So in this example here, I guess the first thing we should do is tell you how long this putt is. 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got a 15-foot putt, and I know that this putt is going to break to my left. Normally I wouldn't use such big objects, but I have the stake in the ground to know that I'm going to be putting from the same spot every time. And what I've done is I've gone through my process and I've read the screen, and that tells me that it's going to break to the left. And what I've decided to put up is I've put this orange golf ball here. And the reason why that orange golf ball is there is that's giving me a great visual that when I putt from this stake that I have right here, this ball has to be on the right side of that orange ball for it to go in. And it has to be very close. If it hits the ball, or if it's on the left-hand side, I know that there's no chance that my white ball is going in the hole. So now as we go through this process, what we're going to do is we're going to set up and we're going to make some practice strokes, and we're going to make some practice strokes what would normally be looking at the hole for speed, but we're not talking speed. We're talking start line today. So I'm going to be over here, and when I look, I'm going to be visualizing the line of this putt, and I'm going to be visualizing my start line, and to make sure that as this ball rolls, this can be just on the right-hand side of this orange ball. So now let's go through one here. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to make my practice strokes. I'm looking just on the right side of that orange ball. And now when I set up, I can aim there, and now I can hit. Hey, thanks for watching this video. I just have a quick favor to ask. You make sure that you subscribe to this channel. Always like my videos, and make sure you hit that little bell to make sure that you get notifications when I drop more videos just like this. And as always, if you ever have any questions, please post them in the comments down below. I respond to every comment. Now back to your video. 1. And what do you know? Oh, darn. So I was just on the right-hand side of the orange ball. What we notice is my ball technically missed on the low side. So I might make a little adjustment with my little visual ball there. But I think what happens oftentimes for players is they miss a lot of putts because they don't read them, or they might read them probably, but they don't start them online. So the goal of this video is to give us a reference, because right now I know as soon as I hit that putt, I was like, boy, that's going to be really close to being just on top of that ball. And that's why I hit a pretty good putt that almost went in. Now we're going to do it again. I'm going to make my rehearsal strokes. I'm looking at exactly where I want this ball to roll. And now I go ahead and set up, and then I hit. And that one went in, which was great. And yes, the ball maybe went a little bit more right of the ball than I wanted it to. But now I'm starting to really train my eye on how to visualize putts. Because if I take that ball away, oftentimes players will say, well, I don't know where to look. I'm not very good at picking a spot. But there's a little bit of visualization involved, I believe, that can really help us dial this in. So let's combine the two. In the previous video, we talked about speed control, and now I'm talking about starting it online. Hey, here's a little secret. Every week I send an email on Thursday mornings that gives you 3 things. It gives you 1 golf tip, it gives you 1 quote or stat, and gives you 1 little extra to help you play better golf and practice more effectively. To sign up, there's a link in my description. Make sure you get signed up, because on Thursday morning, the next one's coming. What I would normally do in this scenario, combining both, let's say I'm going to make 4 rehearsal strokes. Not going to take a lot of time because I'm not really worried about the technique. The first 2, I'm looking at that cup, which is 15 feet away, trying to get a feel for the speed. The next two, I'm kind of more worried about where I want this golf ball to start. And now I aim my putter where I want it to start. I've got my feel for speed, and away I go. This little process, I believe, over time, gets us to consider two things. Gets us to consider if our speed was good, but then also gets us to consider if we're able to start the ball online. So I've done this a few times. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this ball away, throw it over to the side there. And now I'm going to go through the exact same process. The first two strokes, I'm really trying to feel speed. The next two strokes, that ball's not there, but I'm still trying to visualize that line that I had lined up before I hit this putt. So what I want you to take away next time you're on the golf course, there's two really big things we need to consider: our ability to control speed and our ability to start the ball online. If you go back to my last video, you'll see me talking about speed control. Today I'm talking about a little bit of start line, but also combining both of them. Before you doubt your ability to read greens, I need to know, can you start your ball online? And do you have any ability to control your speed? If you can do both of those, you might find out that you're actually a good enough green reader to highlight, ooh, it's my speed control that's not that good, or I rarely start my putts online. I hope you'll find this tip useful in my little process of combining both to be something that doesn't take a long time to do on the putting green, but can help you combine two essential parts, which is speed control and starting your ball online. As always, if you have any questions, please post them in the comments down below. I respond to every single one, and I want to thank you for watching. Have a great day.